Welcome back. Coastal can be proud that one of its own graduates will compete for the title of Miss America. Kelly Sloan, Miss South Carolina, graduated from CCU's Spadoni College of Education, and she came back to campus and visited with President DeCenzo. Our own Martha Hahn called up with Kelly to talk to her about her title and what the future holds for her.
Kelly Sloan graduated from Coastal Carolina University in 2007, magna cum laude, and then 2 years later in Spartanburg on July 4th, Kelly was crowned Miss South Carolina. Now, in between those two big events, a lot's happened. She's been in the classroom, she took her gifts there, teaching kindergarten, and now she travels all over the state and beyond, and we're really honored to have Kelly Sloan, as the reigning Miss South Carolina, here to join us on the campus of Coastal. It's so good to see you, Kelly.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thanks for stopping by. I know your schedule is very rigorous. You are traveling all the time. In fact, you traveled for hours just to get here this morning to be with us.
I did. I left my house about 5:30 this morning to drive down and to spend a couple hours here at Coastal and then drive back to the upstate for an event tonight. So a lot of time in the car, which is, time I can spend thinking about things that I want to do and prepare myself.
That is good thinking time, is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Busy for you, and of course we've just been sitting here. We have a nice breeze here in Spadoni Park, and it's been bringing back some memories for you.
Well, absolutely. It's funny, the fountain back here, I remember my sister and I decided when she came down to visit my freshman year, we were going to do a photo shoot for my mom for Mother's Day, and we actually got in the fountain to take pictures, splashing the water. Shh, don't tell anyone. And my mom has that hanging up in our house, pictures of us around Coastal, and that was one of her favorite Mother's Day presents. Also, I was talking earlier about Wheelwright. I was actually hypnotized in Wheelwright once into believing that I was a human seatbelt. I did not believe in hypnotism at all, and the hypnotist said, when I say the word safety, he touched my shoulder, he said, you're going to dive across these people and save their lives. So I thought, okay, yeah, right. So we're sitting there in our chairs lined up, and he said, I want everyone to sit up nice and tall, but just for your safety. And it was like an instinct that I dove across these people I had never met before. Actually fell off onto the floor, which is rather embarrassing looking back now, but at the time I had no control over what I was doing. And when I parked over by Kearns Hall today, and that was my old stomping grounds. I was there trying to find a place to park this morning, and it brought back those memories of every morning trying to find a place to park and having that difficulty. So lots of memories here at Coastal.
It's wonderful, and thanks for sharing those with us. A lot has happened since you were a student here, and now you're in the classroom. You have been for 2 years, and you really care about the classroom, and especially I would think since you've had that opportunity to work firsthand with little kids.
Right.
It's touched your life and actually became your platform as Miss Hartsville in the Miss South Carolina Pageant, is helping children at risk, didn't it?
Right, absolutely. I work with the Communities and Schools organization, which is a nationwide organization to help promote at-risk students getting involved in their communities, as well as the communities getting involved with them as well.
And so now you're getting ready for the Miss America Pageant in Las Vegas. How exciting is that?
It's so hard to believe. I have little moments during the day where I think, I'm going to Miss America, and I get so excited. Just little things that remind me, like, I really am Miss South Carolina. It kind of brings me back down to earth and reality, and when it hits me. But I'm very excited. The pageant's in January. The last weekend in January will be on TLC. January 30th will be live from Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino out there. And the night before, they actually have an hour special that will air where people get to call in and vote for America's Choice. So hopefully everyone from Coastal will be calling in to vote for Miss South Carolina.
Oh, you can bet we're going to have huge cheering sections here on this campus at Coastal Carolina. We'll all be rooting for you. Very excited for you. And then one other thing just to share, continuing that discussion about children, the Miss America, should you be, crowned Miss America, then you will also continue that quest to help children in need. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, the national platform for the Miss America organization is the Children's Miracle Network. Each local contestant, as Miss Hartsville, had to raise money to compete for Miss Hartsville, and then from there had to raise money to compete for Miss South Carolina, and then now to compete for Miss America, I'm raising money for that organization as well. My goal this year is to raise $100,000, which is a huge goal, but the plan is that every person I meet, I get $1 from that person, and hopefully by the time Miss America comes around, I've met 100,000 people, so I have raise that $100,000 for that organization. And if I were to win Miss America, that would be one of the platforms that I would work with as their Goodwill Ambassador for the Children's Miracle Network. So I would travel around the country meeting with children, which, you know, that's my passion in my life, is working with children. So it's something I think would be very natural for me to do.
And then beyond, of course, you also have some dreams and goals, aspirations to come back to Coastal Carolina University and continue your education, well, actually to teach, right?
I do. Well, I do want to get my master's in education, so I'd love to come back here to do that.
That'd be great.
As well, and I want to continue teaching in the classroom for several more years. I think I need the experience, but ultimately my plan is to come back here where it all started for me and to be a professor of education here. Because I know the influence that my professors had for me. I want to have that same influence for others.
Well, you are already touching lives. You're already influencing others, and we are so proud of you. Thank you so much for spending time in your very, very busy schedule as Miss South Carolina to come back to our campus and to honor us with your beauty and your talent and your gifts. And of course, we will be watching the Miss America pageant in January. One more time, the date.
January 30th.
And it will be on TLC, and we will be absolutely promoting to vote for you as well the day before. Thank you, Kelly, so much for being with us.
Yes.
We're going to send it back to you, Robin.